Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another unboxing, and today we are going to be unboxing the new McFarlane DC multiverse, the Demon, or also known as Etrigan. This thing I've been hyped to get for a while, so whenever I found it out in the wild, I was super pumped to get it. Definitely one of the highlights of my trip with my son recently to Tulsa for our big birthday toy hunt. So I'm really excited to crack this one open. Speaking of the toy hunt, if you want, you can check out the full vlog for that on the channel as well. It's already been uploaded. And you can also, I chatted about it a little bit on the podcast this week, which you can find the video for that also on the channel as well. And you can also listen to the audio version of it over on Spotify and Google Podcasts. Just search Collecting Rudge and you'll pull it up right there. Give it a follow and a subscribe. And of course, as always, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, feel free to subscribe, hit that like button on the video, leave a comment. I'll be more than happy to respond to anything you want to ask, or if you just have a general comment, I'll be more than happy to check it out. But thank you for all the love and support. But let's get started. Etrigan the Demon. I think this light ring is going to be the last time it's in these videos. I love it, but at the same time, the reflection on these boxes right there is kind of killing me. And also my glasses. Makes me look like I have like weird light eyes. Ooh, spooky. Okay, I'm done goofing off. It's been a long morning, and I'm starting to get delirious between all the content I'm making, just trying to grind through all this stuff, just to pump out new stuff for all of you guys that have something new to watch. But let's check this out. I just got done unboxing the King Shazam, and that thing was badass. Check out that video. Highly recommend that figure. Way better out of the box than in box. However, Etrigan, this thing looks killer in the box. So if you want to keep this thing mint on card, this thing looks great as is. I can't wait to unbox this. This thing's going to look phenomenal outside of the box. I can almost guarantee it. On the side there, it says the Demon from Demon Knights. And then, of course, there on the back, a nice little action shot. The action shot's actually really cool. Him just kind of double fisting the sword there in the middle. Really cool pose. And, of course, you got some other figures here along the bottom, including the White Flash, the Red Hood without the mask, which is an incredible figure that you probably want to keep boxed because it looks great. And it has a crowbar in the package, which if you know anything about the lore of Jason Todd, is a hilarious little nod to the lore of Jason Todd, as well as I guess a Batman Beyond. I believe they're making one that's going to have a Build-A-Figure parts with it. The one I got was a single figure, but I think they are making one, or it's already out possibly, that has Build-A-Figure parts with it. And a Dr. Fate. Have not seen him yet, but that one I may end up adding to the collection as well. So let's go ahead and crack Etrigan open, and let's see if he is worth all the hype that the outside of the box presents, because I saw this and I immediately ripped it right off that shelf there in that wonderful GameStop, and luckily found one for me and was able to get one for the Good Brother haul while I was there. So pretty awesome. Get that out of there. And of course, let's go ahead and get this insert removed so we can pull out the card in the base and check out the little collector card that comes with it. Speaking of collector cards, if you have not heard or seen, McFarlane is doing basically like an Ultimate Edition style version of Batman. Apparently all pre-orders are sold out on both the standard version and on the deluxe version. But the figure looks great, so go Google some images of that and you'll really appreciate it. It looks awesome. I wish I could have got my pre-order in for it, but they sold out very quickly, including the deluxe version, which apparently the collector card with it is signed by Todd McFarlane. So I'm super bummed I missed out, but hey, who knows? Maybe I'll find some way to obtain one down the road. But there's going to be your collector card. Same action shot of Etrigan there on the front as on the back of the package. Nice little blurb there on the back of the card. Probably can't read it. Sorry. Eventually, I'll switch this around to where maybe the camera's a little bit better. If I use my front-facing camera, it doesn't focus quite as well on the smaller detail stuff. But I do like the frame rate and just general clarity for distance shooting for it. So I don't know. We'll mess around a little bit. Remember, everything's trial and error when it comes to shooting videos and recording content. So just bear with me on it. All right, so let's go ahead and get the sword out. Double taped. They made sure to keep that sucker real secure. Sword actually looks really great. Actually got rigid grip on the handle, which is real nice. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the blade has actually got like dings and dents in it, which is actually a nice little touch. I do like that it makes the blade look flawed and used. I think that's a very nice aesthetic detail. So good job on that, McFarlane. And, oh boy, this thing is killer. Look at this. That just screams badass. Let's go ahead and put it out of the package. And right away, per a lot of the McFarlane figures, it's got the rubber band around the waist. So let's just get that damn thing off of there. And I think I might have pulled on the torso a little too hard on that one. Hopefully I didn't break it. Did I break it? I didn't break it. Okay. So mine, I guess, if you have the waistband pulled down, you're going to see fully inside the torso where you see that parts and mechanisms. So that's a little weird. But I don't know. Should be able to pull it up and tighten that back in. No problem. There we go. All right. So out of the package, look at this dude. Those deco hits on the armor, badass. I mean, look at the detail on the armor pieces. I mean, obviously you may not be able to see full detail on it, but lots of ornate detail, both on the chest piece and the shoulder guards. The face looks awesome. Love the beautiful red eyes. Really pop on this thing. Very, very solid paint job on this too. Very smooth. The collar, good and soft rubber. The cape, it's not quite as soft as the cape for the King Shazam, but it is still that flexible rubber, which is real nice. Got a nice texture to it. Feels good. Let's go ahead and check out the joints on them real quick. Man, those knee pads and shin guards look incredible. Man, this thing is just a great figure. I love it. All right, check out that toe joint right there. Back and forth, real good. Check out the ankles. Good flexibility there. Knees, good and tight. Feel those clicks. McFarlane's really good about having those tight knee joints where you can just feel every single click as you move it back and forth. Check the top part. Top part clicks very solid, very, very, very tight. And there we go. Yeah. Sorry, the torso thing's really tripping me out. I'm trying to get the so you know it's got the rubber waistband / belt, which goes all around. It does not detach, so that's good. The torso bends very nicely. The hands. This did not come with swappable hands. Thank God, because the King Shazam hands damn near ripped my finger open. Because that one, for some reason, the hands did not want to come off very well. But this one, hands have a nice flex to them. The arms, elbow joint, you've just got the single elbow joint on this one, it appears. So no double jointed elbows on this one. However, I don't think with this figure you really need to have the double jointed elbows, which is fine. Yeah, elbows work great. The shoulders, pretty good. This one over here is a little bit looser than I would like. But this left one, you definitely feel every single little click. This one, you can feel the clicks, but they're not quite as defined. But all in all, still feels good. The head turns just enough. Nothing too crazy. The spikes are very, very solid. They do not bend. So if you want to impale yourself, just take the gauntlets on this bad boy and just jab the crap out of your hand with it. Why not? I'm kidding. Don't do that. I'm not advising you to jab your hands or body parts with etrigan's spikes. So let's go ahead and get the sword in hand. Let's see how it fits. One of the big things with me is that if it's got an accessory with it, is I like for it to fit well. Like I don't want it to be real loose or anything. Like I like it to be able to be posed with the item, not just, oh, you can put it in his hand, but it's not going to hold very well, because there's too many figures like that. It drives me crazy. So the sword fits great in the hand. Really like that. Let's see if we can get that package pose on it, though, where he's holding the sword in the middle, because I'm kind of skeptical whether that can happen or not, due to the range of motion with the elbows. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, I don't... yeah, I don't see that happening. So here's this, and arms too big, but too buff, bro. Too buff. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Because even if you, because I think that I've got the arms, the elbows turned in as far as possible, and even if you flex the hand, that's about as close to the center as you're gonna get it. So the pose that's on the package and on the card, not gonna happen, but that's okay though. I feel like this thing is going to be great just having the sword in either hand and just posing it however you want. So that's perfectly fine. I mean, it is a little bit, I wouldn't say annoying, but kind of weird that they would put the figure in a pose on the package that you can't really necessarily achieve with it out of the package and doing it yourself. But that's okay, though. I think it's going to be a great figure. Just pose him up like, yeah, buddy, look at that. The armor feels great. The rubber goods on it feel wonderful. The texture on the chainmail, great. All the joints hold very well, very smooth, move great. So that one shoulder is a little bit iffy, but the shoulders do have the shoulder pads are rubber, so that's good. So if you want to move the arm all the way up, I mean, you've got plenty of options there for that. So good range of motion. This is solid figure. 9 easily a 9. I think the only thing that might detract it from being a 10 is probably that little bit of a gap there in the bottom of the torso. That's a little unnerving. Then again, I may have done that trying to rip it out of the plastic when I started the band on it, but I don't think so. If you would have broke it, then just misshape it. And then of course also not being able to pose it like you kind of see on the packaging, that's a little bit off-putting. But otherwise, I think you've got a lot of options for posing. The accessory is great. The figure looks awesome. 9 out of 10. Etrigan the Demon. Pick him up. Don't hesitate if you see him. If you're a McFarlane multiverse figure guy, this one I highly recommend. Go check him out. And just right now, as he is without the stand, putting him on his feet in a pose. Let's go ahead and check that out real quick. And actually, that may bring the score down if he doesn't stand very well. So let's hope he passed the test. Okay, so I can tell you right away, without the stand, it's not standing very well. Unfortunately, I guess because of the shape of the feet, since there's not actually boots there, he's not one to hold up very well. So that, I guess it's going to make it more of an 8.5 or maybe an 8. Because I do like it when the figures can stand unsupported on their own. That is kind of a nice thing. But luckily they do get these things bases, so that will help. So let me go and get him on the base. I'm going to see if that will fix our problem. Because as it stands right now without the base, he's not standing for nobody at all. The weight distribution on it is too much. He's very, very top heavy. And I don't think that supports well. Okay, on the stand, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So you need the stand for this one without question. You're going to deviate from that. You're going to have a hell of a hard time keeping him standing up. But on the stand, he is great. So we'll go ahead and give it closer to an 8.5 because of the issue with being able to stand and support without the base. But still a absolutely beautiful figure regardless. So by all means, don't sleep on Etrigan. Beautiful figure. Great addition to the McFarlane shelf. And of course, if you know anything about the lore of Etrigan, he's a great addition. And someday when they make a John Constantine figure, I'm going to stick him on the shelf right next to it. And, who knows, maybe someday McFarlane will get brave and make some Vertigo stuff, and we can get, Hellblazer, John Constantine, who knows, maybe even some Sandman stuff. Anyways, guys, this is going to do it. Enough rambling out of me. Thank you guys for checking out this video and all the other videos. Thank you for being a subscriber to the channel. Thank you for all the love and support. I greatly appreciate it. And then, of course, remember to follow me on social platforms across the board. And, as always, thank you. Much love. Again, happy birthday to my son, Big 13. And thank you guys for checking out all my content. I very much appreciate it. But as always, thank you from me. Thank you from Etrigan. Big thank you to McFarlane for your continued awesome work on the DC Multiverse. And as always, have yourselves an awesome weekend.